In the tapestry of human experience, there exists a thread that binds us all, the struggle against addiction. It's a battle fought in the shadows, where the allure of temporary relief clashes with the harsh reality of its consequences. But within this darkness lies a glimmer of hope, a chance for redemption and renewal. Welcome to the journey of overcoming addiction, a journey marked by triumphs and setbacks, but above all, by the unwavering resilience of the human spirit. It's a journey that begins with a single step, fueled by the courage to confront the demons that lurk within and the determination to emerge victorious. In this exploration, we'll navigate the twists and turns of addiction, shining a light on the path to recovery. From the painful honesty of acceptance to the empowering embrace of support, each aspect of the journey offers a glimpse into the transformative power of perseverance. So, grab hold of hope and join us on this voyage of self-discovery. Together, we'll uncover the hidden truths of addiction, break free from its shackles, and forge a path towards a brighter, addiction-free future. The road ahead may be challenging, but with courage, compassion, and community by our side, we'll conquer every obstacle in our way. Number 1. Acceptance is key. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, staring at your reflection, and admitting to yourself, "I have a problem." It's a moment of raw honesty where the weight of your addiction crashes down on you like a ton of bricks. This brutal self-awareness is the first step towards liberation. But acceptance isn't just about acknowledging the existence of your addiction. It's about embracing the uncomfortable truth that your life has spiraled out of control. It means owning up to the lies you've told yourself and others, the promises you've broken, and the damage you've caused. It's gut-wrenching, humbling, and absolutely necessary. Denial is a cozy refuge, a warm blanket we wrap around ourselves to shield us from the harsh reality of our actions. It whispers sweet lies in our ears, convincing us that we're in control, that we can stop whenever we want. But beneath its comforting embrace lies a bottomless pit of despair, trapping us in a cycle of self-deception and despair. Acceptance shatters that illusion. It pierces through the veil of denial, exposing the raw truth lurking beneath the surface. It's like ripping off a bandage, painful yet cathartic as you finally confront the demons that have been haunting you for so long. Take, for example, the story of Sarah, a high-powered executive who seemed to have it all: a successful career, a loving family, and a vibrant social life. But behind closed doors, Sarah battled a crippling addiction to prescription painkillers. For years, she convinced herself that she had it under control, that she could manage her addiction while juggling the demands of her hectic life. It wasn't until she hit rock bottom, losing her job, her family, and her sense of self-worth, that Sarah finally mustered the courage to face her addiction head-on. Standing in front of that mirror, tears streaming down her face, she uttered those 3 simple words: "I need help." That moment of acceptance marked the beginning of Sarah's journey towards recovery. It wasn't easy, and there were many setbacks along the way, but by embracing the brutal truth of her addiction, she gained the strength to reclaim her life. In the end, acceptance isn't just about admitting defeat, it's about finding the courage to rewrite your story. It's about reclaiming control of your life, one sober day at a time. So take a deep breath, look yourself in the mirror, and say it out loud: "I have a problem." It's the first step towards a brighter, addiction-free future. Number 2, understand your triggers. Picture this: you're walking down the street, minding your own business, when suddenly, out of nowhere, a wave of cravings hits you like a freight train. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and before you know it, you're knee-deep in your addiction once again. Sound familiar? Understanding your triggers is like deciphering a complex puzzle with pieces scattered across the landscape of your life. It's about identifying the people, places, and emotions that send you tumbling down the rabbit hole of addiction. And trust me, they're everywhere. Maybe it's the stress of a looming deadline at work that drives you to reach for a cigarette, or the anxiety of social situations that pushes you towards that bottle of whiskey. Perhaps it's the sight of a needle that triggers memories of past highs, or the taste of a sugary treat that awakens cravings you thought you'd buried long ago. Triggers come in all shapes and sizes, lurking in the shadows of your subconscious, ready to pounce when you least expect it. They can be as subtle as a fleeting thought or as glaring as a neon sign, but one thing's for sure: they hold immense power over your behavior. Take, for example, the story of Jane, a recovering gambling addict who thought she had her addiction licked. She had banned herself from casinos, cut ties with gambling buddies, and even attended support group meetings religiously. But one fateful day, while flipping through TV channels, she stumbled upon a poker tournament broadcast. Before she knew it, she was sucked back into the world of high-stakes gambling, her resolve crumbling like a house of cards. Jane's story is a stark reminder that triggers can ambush us when we least expect it, dragging us back into the clutches of addiction with ruthless efficiency. But understanding your triggers is the first step towards reclaiming control. It's about shining a light into the dark corners of your psyche, uncovering the hidden patterns that fuel your addictive behavior. So, grab a pen and paper and start taking notes. Pay attention to the situations, emotions, and thoughts that precede your cravings. Keep track of what triggers you and when, until you start to see the puzzle pieces falling into place. Armed with this knowledge, you'll be better equipped to anticipate and diffuse your triggers before they have a chance to derail your recovery. Remember, understanding your triggers isn't about casting blame or dwelling on past mistakes. It's about empowering yourself to break free from the chains of addiction and rewrite the script of your life. So, dig deep, stay vigilant, and reclaim control over your destiny, one trigger at a time. Hello, Unstoppable Tribe. If you find this content inspiring and helpful, please subscribe to the Unstoppable She channel for more empowering videos on overcoming addiction, personal growth, and finding your inner strength. Join our community of unstoppable women and start your journey to a better you today. And don't forget to share this video so this vital information can reach even more women who need it. Together, we can make a difference. Number 3, seek support. Ladies, imagine you're stranded in the middle of a stormy ocean with no land in sight and your strength waning with every passing moment. That's what addiction feels like. A relentless tempest threatening to swallow you whole. But just as a life raft provides refuge in the sea of despair, seeking support offers a lifeline to those drowning in addiction. Let's face it, trying to conquer addiction alone is like trying to scale Mount Everest without a Sherpa. It's possible, sure, but the odds are stacked against you. That's where support comes in. A network of friends, family, and professionals who can guide you through the treacherous terrain of recovery. But seeking support isn't just about finding someone to hold your hand. It's about surrounding yourself with a team of cheerleaders, coaches, and mentors who are invested in your success. It's about building a community of like-minded individuals who understand the struggles you're facing and offer a shoulder to lean on when the going gets tough. Take, for example, the story of Betty, a recovering alcoholic who thought she could kick the habit on her own. She tried going cold turkey, white-knuckling her way through the cravings, but each relapse left her feeling more defeated than before. It wasn't until she reached out to a support group that she found the strength and camaraderie she needed to stay sober. With the encouragement of her peers and the guidance of a seasoned mentor, Betty slowly but surely rebuilt her life from the ground up. She attended meetings religiously, leaned on her sponsor for guidance, and formed deep connections with fellow members who understood the struggles she faced. Together, they celebrated victories, commiserated over setbacks, and lifted each other up in moments of weakness. Seeking support isn't a sign of weakness. It's a testament to your strength and resilience. It takes courage to admit that you can't do it alone, to let down your guard and ask for help when you need it most. But in doing so, you're opening yourself up to a world of possibilities, a world where recovery is within reach, and where the bonds of friendship and solidarity can weather any storm. So don't be afraid to reach out. Whether it's a trusted friend, a supportive family member, or a professional counselor, know that you're not alone in this journey. Together, we can navigate the choppy waters of addiction and emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Number 4, replace bad habits with good ones. Breaking free from the shackles of addiction isn't just about saying no to your vices. It's about saying yes to a new way of life. It's about replacing destructive habits with positive ones that nourish your mind, body, and soul. But make no mistake, this transformation won't happen overnight. It takes grit, determination, and a willingness to embrace change. Think of it like renovating a house. You can't just tear down the old walls and expect the building to magically transform itself. You need to roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, and rebuild from the ground up. And that's exactly what replacing bad habits with good ones entails. A total overhaul of your lifestyle, one brick at a time. But where do you start? Well, that's where the fun begins. Whether it's hitting the gym, picking up a new hobby, or volunteering in your community, the possibilities are endless. The key is to find activities that not only distract you from your cravings, but also bring you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. Take, for example, the story of Lisa, a former smoker who struggled to quit for years. Every time she tried to kick the habit, she found herself reaching for a cigarette at the first sign of stress or boredom. But instead of giving up, Lisa decided to channel her energy into something positive, running. At first, lacing up her sneakers felt like a chore, but with each step, she felt the weight of addiction lifting from her shoulders. Running became her refuge, her sanctuary from the chaos of everyday life. And as she logged mile after mile, she discovered a newfound sense of freedom and empowerment she never knew existed. Before long, Lisa was crossing finish lines she never thought possible. Marathons, half marathons, you name it. And with each race conquered, she left her addiction in the dust, a distant memory fading into the horizon. But replacing bad habits with good ones isn't just about finding a temporary distraction. It's about forging a new identity, one that's grounded in resilience, self-discipline, and self-love. It's about recognizing that you deserve better, better than the fleeting highs of addiction, better than the endless cycle of guilt and shame. So grab a paintbrush and start painting the canvas of your life with vibrant colors and bold strokes. Embrace the journey of self-discovery, and before you know it, you'll be standing in front of a masterpiece, a life filled with purpose, passion, and endless possibilities. Number 5. Celebrate milestones. Imagine climbing a daunting mountain, every step a victory over gravity, sweat dripping from your brow and muscles screaming for rest. You reach a plateau, a small flat area where you can catch your breath and look back at how far you've come. This isn't the summit, but it's a significant point on your journey. That's what celebrating milestones in addiction recovery is like, acknowledging the progress you've made and using it as fuel to keep going. Let's be brutally honest. Recovery is hard. It's a daily grind, a continuous battle against cravings, triggers, and the remnants of a past life that keeps trying to pull you back. In this relentless struggle, celebrating milestones isn't just a nice thing to do, it's essential. It reminds you why you started this journey and how much you've already accomplished. Every milestone, no matter how small, deserves recognition. Maybe it's your first week without a drink, your first month without a cigarette, or your first year free from drugs. These milestones are proof that you have the strength and determination to change. They're beacons of hope in a journey that can often feel endless and daunting. Take Andrea, for instance. After battling a decade-long addiction to opioids, Jake managed to stay clean for 6 months. At his 6-month mark, her friends threw her a small celebration, a barbecue in the park. It wasn't about grand gestures or expensive gifts. It was about acknowledging her effort and resilience. The barbecue became a tangible reminder of the support around her and the progress she had made. Each congratulatory handshake and hug reinforced her commitment to stay clean. Celebrating milestones does more than just mark time. It reinforces positive behavior. When you take the time to recognize your achievements, you're essentially giving yourself a pat on the back, saying, "Look how far you've come." This boosts your self-esteem and motivates you to keep pushing forward. It's a way of telling yourself that all the pain and struggle are worth it. But it's not just about big milestones. Celebrate the small victories too. Made it through a stressful day without turning to your addiction? Celebrate it. Navigated a social event without giving in to temptation? That's worth acknowledging. Each of these small successes builds up your confidence and strengthens your resolve. In the end, celebrating milestones is about creating a narrative of success and progress. It's about weaving a story of resilience and triumph in the face of adversity. So don't downplay your achievements. Embrace them, celebrate them, and let them light your way forward. Remember, every step you take is a step away from addiction and towards a life of freedom and fulfillment. If you found this content inspiring and helpful, subscribe to the Unstoppable She channel for more empowering videos on overcoming addiction, personal growth, and finding your inner strength. Join our community of unstoppable women and start your journey to a better you today. As we come to the end of our journey, let us pause to reflect on the path we've traveled and the lessons we've learned. Through the trials and tribulations of addiction, we've discovered the depths of our strength and the resilience of the human spirit. But our journey doesn't end here. It's merely a stepping stone towards a brighter tomorrow. Armed with the knowledge, courage, and support gained along the way, we stand ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. So let us embrace the gift of recovery with gratitude and humility, knowing that each day is a precious opportunity to rewrite our story. Together, we'll continue to walk the path of healing, one step at a time, until we reach the summit of our dreams, a life filled with purpose, joy, and boundless possibility. May our journey inspire others to embark on their own path to recovery, and may we always remember that hope is the beacon that lights our way through the darkest of nights. Farewell, fellow travelers and trailblazers. May the road ahead be filled with blessings and triumphs beyond your wildest imagination.